I looked at the tight ends, right? And when I first went into it, I thought, like the top 6 or 7 tight ends are going to be like this high end, and then it kind of falls off. But I was kind of wrong about that. It's more like there's 9 very good tight ends. They're the top end, and then kind of like 10 through 15 are kind of like you know the
Don't
best of
disrespect Pat Fryermuth.
the rest. Yeah. All
He'll
right,
be in the
buddy.
top 7 and
Yeah.
within a year.
All right, buddy. Um, um, so
Keep
starting with
disrespecting him.
I'm not disrespecting him. I'm just saying, all right, buddy. Um, at number 10, I'm gonna start off with Hunter Henry. Um, like John said, he played first time in his career. He played all every game. Uh, this year he had the ninth highest Pro Football Focus grade at tight end. He's a pretty damn good route runner. He's very good at fighting through contact. Um, he's been very consistent throughout his years, not injury wise, just numbers wise. He puts up pretty good numbers. Um, I expect a even better year this year, and him being utilized a lot more in the New England system. Number 9, I got Dallas Goddard. Um, I mean, this guy, I didn't know that much about him. I knew he was a very good receiving threat, but I didn't know that he has the highest run blocking grade since 2018. So this kid is really putting it all together. He's very good all around. So um, uh, the Philadelphia Eagles really were able to move from a Zach Ertz to a Dallas Goddard. Um, at number 8, I got TJ Hawkinson. I would love to put him higher because I think the talent is a top 5 talent. He just hasn't been able to stay healthy. He's got to stay healthy. He's got the second lowest drop rate amongst qualifying tight ends in in 2021. Sorry. Um, and yeah, I think like I said, it's just that the talent's there. He's got to play majority of his games, and he will easily enter the top 5 in my opinion. Um, at number 8, I got Dalton Schultz, who really had a breakout year last year in 2021. Um, I mean, this just for Pro Football Focus, his receiving grade in 2020 was a 63.8, and last year in 2021 it jumped up to a 77.4. So he's really starting to perform. Um, he's not going to blow you away, but I liken him to like a Jason Witten security blanket for a Dak Prescott, who Dak got to play with for the last couple of years of Witten's career. So I could see he's not going to ooh and ah you, but neither did Jason Witten, but Jason Witten got the job done. Number 6, I got Kyle Pitts. I mean, they again, like Hawkinson, the talent's there. The talent is top 5. The talent's top 3 actually. It's rare size, speed, nimble, strength, just everything. Everything is there for this kid, and I think in 2 years' time, so we're probably going to be having him as the best tight end in football. Number 5, probably a shocker to everybody, but he's been in the league a while. He had a couple down years towards the end of his time in Philadelphia, but really had a rebirth when he went to Arizona. I got Zach Ertz to number 5. I think he was starting to get forgotten in Philadelphia, so I think that also attributed to his decrease in uh, production. Also, injuries. Zach Ertz has dealt with injuries over his career. I mean, when he's on, he's one of the best receiving tight ends in football. So I got Zach Ertz at number 5. Number 4, I got not David Andrews, Mark Andrews for the Baltimore Ravens. This guy is a touchdown machine. I believe I've had him in almost like at least one of my fantasy football leagues, and he's always gonna produce for you. He's reliable. He's got the most 15 plus yard receptions among tight ends with 33. And also to just add on top of that, he was third among tight ends in run blocking last year. So he's not a one trick pony. At number 3, I got Darren Waller for the Las Vegas Raiders. Uh, Obviously, last year was a down year. 2019 and 2020 were his big years. Um, Last year, I mean, still, when you look at it, it was a down year, but he missed 6 games, and he was still able to put up 55 receptions, 665 yards, only 2 touchdowns. I mean, if this guy plays the full season, he's probably having a career year in terms of yards. I mean, probably 1,200 yards at least. And he for me, him and him and Kelsey for me rival each other as the best receiving tight end in football. At number 2, I've had these top 2 tight ends in the league for basically the last since Gronk fell off. These 2 guys have been the if so facto top 2 tight ends in the league, in my opinion. Number 2, I got George Kittle. I think he's the best all around tight end. And I know that sounds weird. I have him at number 2, but I say he's the best all around tight end. But injuries too. If he wasn't as injured, I think he would easily be the best tight end in football. But injuries sideline him. Uh, like John said, he's probably the best blocking tight end in football. I mean, this guy he does not shy away from contact at all. And this stat will show you that right there. His after the catch ability unmatched. He leads all tight ends in since 2018 in receiving yards after contact with 1,171 yards. Broken tackles after the catch, 58, and yards after the catch per reception, a 7.7. This man's a freaking animal on the football field, and I would love to have him any day of the week as my tight end. And number 1, I got Travis Kelsey. This guy's going to be a Hall of Famer when it's all said and done. Um, Travis Kelsey is for me the best receiving tight end in football. His blocking's all right. It's not like terrible, but it's all right. It's serviceable. It gets the job done. But it's the receiving threat that he is. It's elite when you look at the numbers. Just one stat on him. He's been on the receiving end of 274 first downs over the past 4 years. So I love Travis Kelsey, man. The Chiefs fans are spoiled like us Patriots fans were for those many years with Gronkowski. I mean, having a tight end like that it's it's it changes the game you play because you, you can't put a linebacker on them. They're not fast enough. Can't put a safety on them. They're not big enough. There's not many corners out there that can match up to him either. So it's hard to game plan around him. And if you play zone coverage, guess what? He'll find the sweet spot, and Mahomes will hit him in the middle of the field and probably break a couple tackles and score a touchdown. So, oh yeah, to recap, sorry. Recap from 10 to 1. Hunter Henry, Dallas Goddard, TJ Hawkinson, Dalton Schultz, Kyle Pitts, Zach Ertz, Mark Andrews, Darren Waller, George Kittle, and Travis Kelsey.
Yeah, I learned the hard way about that with Gronkowski.
Huh?
I learned the hard way with Gronkowski about the matchup problems and how that presents issues for defenses.
I wasn't expecting the Zach Ertz in your top
Yeah,
5.
no.
Yeah, that
I just
really did
think
throw a wrench in it.
I just think he had a really good rebirth in Arizona. I think
No, he played great in Arizona. Yeah, definitely.
yeah. So I mean, I think Philly was ready to move on from him, and they were just already in the direction of putting Dallas Goddard over him. So he just kind of got the short end of the stick there.
Yeah, they kind of phased him out. So I get what you mean. Where it's kind of like a forgotten thing.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even have him in my top 10, and that wasn't. And I got to rethink that because I threw Mike Gesicki in there over him. But I just believe in what Gesicki's going to be doing over the next couple of years. I know Zach Ertz is getting up there.
Wasn't Zach Ertz was taken in the same year as Tyler Eifert, right? I think those were the 2 top tight end prospects that year. I think
Tyler Eifert was a stud that one year.
One year, and then he fizzled out.
Mr. Touchdown?
Yeah.
Tyler Eifert.
Yeah, 13 TDs in 2015. Yeah, it was a Pro Bowl season for him. He kind of
Injuries
faded
just
into the background.
completely took him out.
Yeah, they were the same draft 2013.
Yeah. Damn.
Ertz was taken 14 picks after.